Oh, yeah. Internet porn with Sarah Michelle Gellar on a Wednesday. Hey, didn't see you there. Johnny Vegas. Not distracted by porn, but ready to help you in week 11. So here we go. Get your pens and pencils ready, kids. Here are your hot picks. Really, we're going to start right off with my must starts of this week. You're going to start right off the bat with Cam Newton. If you got him, good for you, because for the 5 last games, he scored touchdowns both in the air and on the ground in the same game. And let me tell you something, Washington has no chance of slowing him down, so Cam Newton must start. Julio Jones of Atlanta, wide receiver, you want to start him? He leads the NFL in receptions. That's it. What more do you need? Start him. Rob Gronkowski, tight end in New England. Gronk is going to try to break some records this season, and they're hosting Buffalo on a Monday night, so he's going to chalk up some crazy numbers. And here's a first. This has never happened in the history of the show. I'm going to give a must start to a defense special team in the Carolina Panthers. They're a very strong unit, and they are facing a very weak offense in Washington, and the upside is nothing short of insanity. So for the first time ever, must start defense special teams, Carolina Panthers. We're now going to move on to the great starts. These ones are not quite perfect, but really good. You're going to go with A.J. Green out of Cincinnati. He is the best wide receiver on the team. I would have made him a must start if he could find the end zone more often, and he's going to be tested by Arizona, but A.J. Green is still a really great start. Running back Devonta Freeman, between running and receiving, he has 13 touchdowns this season, which is more than any other non-quarterback in the league. Indianapolis is going to be a tough test, but he's going to do really well. Tight ends, there's a couple of tight ends I really like. First and foremost is Greg Olsen, because he is the favorite target for Superman. Does that make him Lois Lane? And also, I'm liking Tyler Eifert. He's a very outstanding player, and he's got a difficult matchup coming against him in Arizona. That's not going to stop him, but he's not going to have crazy numbers. More like well-behaved, polite numbers. Still good numbers. You want it. Okay, good starts. These are the people that, if you got them, go ahead, start them. Don't worry about it. Quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Okay, I know I'm only calling a good start for a player that is 21-3 when it comes down to touchdown to interception ratio. He's going to be facing Minnesota's passing defense, which is in the top 10, and his upside is going to be limited. So it's just going to be good, not great. Wide receivers, there's a couple of them I'm liking. Here's a name I haven't said in a long time. Dez Bryant of the Dallas Cowboys. I don't care how badly the Dallas Cowboy franchise is struggling. You get Dez Bryant and Tony Romo together on the same day, and you got greatness that cannot be denied. So start Dez Bryant. Mike Evans of Tampa Bay has been doing really good, and last week averaged 15 yards per reception, and he saw more snaps than any other receiver on the team. So the odds are in his favor, even in a harsh environment like Philadelphia. Running back wise, here are some good starts. Adrian Peterson. Yeah, I know it sounds weird to say it because the man has phenomenal skills and momentum, but he's going to be facing Green Bay in a key matchup for their division. So he's going to produce, but they're going to make it tough on him. So I've downgraded him from must start to good start. And I'm also liking Lamar Miller of Miami. He is a great dual threat player. When he cannot run the ball in, he becomes a great receiving option. It's like if you try to slow him down on the ground, he's going to rebound in the sky. So the fact that he's a good dual threat and he's facing a Dallas defense that has been pretty lax in stopping runs, upside's really sweet. So Lamar Miller, Miami. Okay, hot players. I know that it's late in the season, but you're still trying to get that one edge over that other guy in your league. Or other gal. I don't discriminate. Neither should you. More ladies playing fantasy football. Do it! Here's who's hot. Alex Smith, quarterback, Kansas City. Now, I don't like the fact that he has issues with completing his drives, but he's been averaging over 240 yards per game. So if you need a fill-in or an upgrade at the quarterback position, definitely check him out. Wide receivers, there's a couple I'm liking. Michael Floyd from Arizona. Yeah, he's got hamstring injuries and is questionable, but he is a touchdown machine. He is your ATM for points. Just turn him on and let him loose. Wide receiver, Doug Baldwin. He's not a dynamic producer. Do not think that he's going to be a stat monster based on past results. But the one result that a lot of people overlook is it's up between him and Jimmy Graham over who gets the most receptions on this team. So Doug Baldwin has the trust, and trust goes a long way on a team. Running back wise, here's a nice little surprise I like. I'm really fond of this kid. I've been holding him back for a couple weeks, but I'm really liking Antonio Andrews out of Tennessee. He literally is the little engine that could. How can you best describe this diminutive superstar who's looking for a great comeback performance against a Jacksonville Jaguars team? I know he can. I know he can. I know he can. I know he can. Tight end. Couple more tight ends for you to look up. This is a great week to be a tight end in the Johnny Vegas show. Jordan Reed from Washington. For Pete's sakes, I've been hopping about him for weeks now, and I can see why some of you are not paying attention. Because if you look at the numbers, you're thinking, Johnny, so what? What you need to look at, and what I've looked at, look at the number of times he's open in an end zone. He leads tight ends in being open in an end zone. So trust me, there is a lot of love for a good reason. I'm also liking tight end Kyle Rudolph. Again, he doesn't get a lot of targets. He's not an end zone threat, but he is really good in a red zone. There is no parking in his red zone. So enough of that red zone shit, Betty. Start Kyle Rudolph. Pick him up. Okay, now we're going to go to the bottom of the barrel. The cold players. Avoid them like a Kardashian with herpes. We're going to start right up with the biggest one to avoid. Brock Osweiler, Denver's quarterback. This guy is not the heir apparent to Peyton Manning, and he is certainly not the future of a franchise. Look elsewhere for a quarterback on your team this week. Look anywhere else for a quarterback on your team, because I promise you, Denver is going to be looking for a new quarterback by the time this season ends. I promise you that. I also want you to avoid Jermaine Kearse from Seattle. Yes, he has impressive deep speed, but again, he does not receive enough targets to be a relevant factor. I don't care how fast you are. If you're not getting the ball, you ain't doing squat. I'd also avoid the following running backs. David Cobb of Tennessee. Yeah, he's coming back from an injury that took him out all season. I have no idea what kind of role he'll play in a team in transition. Too many question marks. Avoid him. Running back Sean Drawn from San Francisco. Are you freaking kidding me? A player with one good game, no touchdowns, and traveling to face the best run-stopping team in Seattle? No, thank you, sir. Tight end Zach Miller. Yeah, he's hot. Very hot. But keep in mind, Chicago is facing Denver. Denver can shut down an offense faster than you can turn off a light bulb, and faster than I can snort a mountain of cocaine. So stash away Zach Miller for another day. Not today. And last but not least, the Miami Dolphins defense special teams. They're struggling badly, and Dallas is looking to blow up on them. So no to the Miami defense special teams. So that's what we got going on this week. Hope this has been informative and entertaining as always. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go pass out. Good day.